The dress. 10 years ago, this dress broke the internet and probably thousands of relationships. It was a jarring revelation for millions, including me, that these people around us that we thought were normal are capable of perceiving the world much differently than us. And I don't mean that conceptually. I'm saying like literally they're seeing things differently than we're seeing them. If you're struggling to keep up here, I don't blame you. But let me ask you one question. Is this dress white and gold or blue and black? What? And if you've never seen this dress before, you might be thinking, what? Is this a joke? Obviously, it's blank. And then you think, I don't even understand how a person could see it the other way. That doesn't make sense. I know. I've been there. It felt like all of a sudden members of my own family were space aliens or something. They were split right down the middle. I was a tiebreaker with Team Blue-Black. My own family, perceptual strangers. And that's about the ratio that I've seen when I ask audiences about this. 2/3 Team Blue-Black, 1/3 white and gold. Spoiler alert, the dress was actually blue and black. It's a snapshot from a junky old cell phone camera under bad lighting. Here's the best explanation for it I've seen. It all depends on the context in which your mind places this dress. Team Blue-Black sees it in stark yellowed window lighting. Team White and Gold sees it under bluish indoor lighting. And they're both perfectly reasonable environments in which we can imagine this photo was taken. And if you're hungry for more info, academia loves the dress as an example of how we perceive color differently. Here are some cartographic lessons that I take from this disquieting adventure. Just like there's variability in how we perceive things, there's variability in how we make things. Given the same data, 10 different people might make 10 different maps. And that rules. Think about who your audience is and how and where they're going to be interacting with your map. A paper hiking map will have a vastly different design than one designed to be seen in the dark on a screen. Our words for colors are highly subjective. That's why visual legends are so handy. But think creatively about that legend, like baking the symbols into a chart or the colors into the title. That gives you more dimensions for clarity. How many times have you written an email and somebody interpreted it completely differently than you intended and you thought you were as clear as possible? We're all wrapped up in our own assumptions and contexts. Get some feedback on your maps before you send them out. Look up perceptually linear gradients. The mathematical properties of a color don't necessarily align with how we interpret them. And relatedly, if you're making a graduated color map, always include a light to dark direction in that gradient, or dark to light. If you include tone in your gradient, you'll be bulletproof. And lastly, if you're making a thematic map, give it a really simple base map. Wipe away unnecessary visual complexity. The background your thematic data is sitting on top of will impact its visual interpretation. And for giggles, and because this is a map channel after all, why don't I make a map using these colors that I've sampled from the dress? I've used the vector tile style editor to make this ill-advised vector base map. In this context, my feeling is that you're probably seeing blues and a couple of tans, which are literally the sampled colors. Context matters. Our place in that context matters. And our brains are magnificent.